This is a great question. It's coming in from my man from Z Celtics. He says, and I'll just paraphrase, it's a little long. He says, young talent and potential is great, but when, in our opinions, is it time to say, okay, let's win now, let's add some vets, let's pretty much fill the holes on this team rather than drafting a bunch of young guys? I think it's a great question because I think for the past few years, obviously the Celtics have been like, oh, let's get these young guys, let's take 1,000,000 picks in the draft, let's do this. Sneaky, obviously they went for Hayward, they got him, they went for Kemba, they got him. Like, they have been adding the vets, but I think this is the first year, and this is sort of my answer to it, that they finally said, okay, Jeff Teague, Tristan Thompson, like, let's go get a little bit of experience on this team. So where do you guys think that sort of full swing, like, hey, we have what we need, now we build on it, rather than trying to find a core piece through the draft? Because I think that's what they've done the past few years.
Yeah, I think they're kind of trending in that direction now, where they're kind of going towards more like signing veterans and drafting guys. I mean, last year they had 4 draft picks. They had 2 firsts and 2 seconds, or they had 3 firsts and they traded to the second, or whatever. They had 4 picks. I was like, the entire way, I was like, there's no way they have 4 rookies. I was like, that is just too much. This year they had 3 picks. They took 2 and they had 1 overseas. Mm-hmm. It gets to a point where it's like, yeah, like, you want to get young guys to try to build around, like, add to the core, but then you have to look like, we have a pretty good core as it is right now, right? So it's like, how many more guys do we really need, like young guys? Like, I feel like we're getting to a point now where we don't need all these first round picks. Just use your money, go get veterans for cheap contracts. Like, Thompson's only making $9 million a year. I mean, not for nothing, he could probably make more somewhere else. $9 million is a steal. Jeff Teague, I don't think he's making too much. I think it's just really the minimum, or a little above the minimum. It's like, go after guys like that, because guys like that are more useful than rookies. And it's like, rookies, you can hope that they turn into something, but for the Celtics, on their case, like, a lot of the times it doesn't work out. So maybe it might be time to go in the other direction, which I think they're starting to do.
I think we're focused on the wrong young guys. I feel like we should be focusing on Tatum and Brown, and then building around them with
compliment them. Just compliment them.
Yeah, other than having 3 or 4 rookies or young guys on the bench, every year, just to hopefully they develop. Like, we've already seen Brown, we've already seen Tatum, and give them other pieces to work with. Like,
yeah, and I'm saying, like, going back to what I said about not every draft pick hits. Look at the draft from last year. We had 4 picks, and the only guy that's really doing much is Grant Williams. Romeo Langford's hurt. Carson doesn't play. Tremont is a G League. Like, he was great in G League, but he's on the.
Even saying like doing much, it's kind of even like,
yeah. So it's just like, and Grant Williams is the only guy out of that doing anything. And I'm not saying he's doing a great thing, but he's doing something compared to all of them. So it's just like, was it really worth it? Like, I know, like, there might not have been a great trade out there for 3 first round picks, but, like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
I mean, Riley, I think you bring up a really good point too. And you not saying that you said this word, but why are they still searching for the young guys? Like, they have Brown. Stop trying to hit with, and I like Neesmith, I like Pritchard, but stop trying to get these absolutely crucial guys that could be part of this team long term. They could have gotten a Teague, Thompson. They could have looked to get 1 or 2 more of those type of guys. Look at all throughout last year, like, they could have added someone like that. So, like, the search should be off for in my mind for the young guys. And all of a sudden, like, I think right now, and we're all kind of saying the same thing, that this is the turning point. And I think we started to see that with Teague and Thompson. So I'm hoping that's the case.
I agree with both of you there.